Welcome to another 5-minute instructional video. In this video I'm going to show you a nice little trick with TinkerCad that allows you to import SVG files into TinkerCad that you can use in your 3D projects, your 3D printed projects. SVG files are a common file format that's generated by software such as Adobe Illustrator or Inkscape. Inkscape is that free illustration software package that is definitely worth downloading and using for projects. Or you could download SVG files from a number of websites that you can use as well. One that I use occasionally is called flaticon.com, which gives a number of or thousands of little SVG files that you could use in 3D printing. Even though these have been generated for use as icons, I find them very useful for 3D printing because they are simple silhouette objects. So I can choose one of these. Let's choose a little bunny rabbit. It's now in my icons tray. There it is. I can download it as an SVG file. Down it comes. And then bring it into TinkerCad. Go over to the import window function here, the import drop down menu. Choose file. It's called rabbit, wasn't it? There it is. My downloads folder. Open it up. It'll give you an option here of what scale or what height that you could import it. It doesn't matter. Of course, you can resize it and rescale it a bit later on. And there is my rabbit. I kind of like to think of these imports as being 2.5D. It's not really 3D. It's like a 2D sketch extruded up to give it some thickness. But this could be very useful in your projects. You can resize these, you can rescale them, you can flip them, you can edit them, you can take slices out of them and do all sorts of things. So for example, I could get rid of my letter 2 here and maybe place my bunny rabbit in my little project, resize it, bring my bunny rabbit in, and perhaps I could put a bunny rabbit hole in my little project here. Bunny rabbit shaped hole instead of the number 2, and that could then be exported quite neatly for 3D printing. They need not be used as holes, of course. You could grab several of these, add them all together. There is no limitation as to how you can use these files once they're in Inkscape. So there you go, using SVG files, bringing them into Inkscape, and then incorporating them into your 3D prints.